G'day guys, welcome back to the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. I'm your host, Mark. Thank you for once again checking out the channel. And thank you to the 800 and something plus subscribers who have chosen to click that button, subscribe. And myself and Owen really do appreciate it. We are going hard in the paint. We're trying to throw 50-yard bombs. We're trying to, Jerome Bettis run over Urlacher. We are doing a Randall L pass to Hines Ward for a touchdown. We're yelling at Heath as we catch the ball. We are trying our best to be Debo, Harrison, sack on the quarterback. We are going really hard in the paint, guys, to try and get content out there for your, Pittsburgh Steeler enjoyment. Today's subject may be pretty boring, but I wanted to cover it anyway. I wanted to cover it and see what you guys think to see if there is an advantage. The Pittsburgh Steelers will be riding the Vista Cruiser with my mate, John Madden. Rest in peace, John Madden. You are a legend for the game. You're a legend as a coach. You're a legend announcer. The Pittsburgh Steelers will be riding the Vista Cruiser in 2022. They will be traveling the least amount. Now, I don't know if it's the least amount in NFL history, but it certainly is the least amount in 2022. The Pittsburgh Steelers will be traveling 6,442 miles. In my language, that's 10,000 kilometers. So I worked out on average, that is 378 miles per week. So the big thing is here, guys, is there an advantage for the Steelers traveling the least amount of miles in 2022? Now, I do want to go back before I start to get the advantage and what it might mean for the players of coaching. Last year, in 2021, the Pittsburgh Steelers traveled 9,776 miles, right, which was the second lowest. And the Steelers went on to have a winning record at 9-8. So does it overly matter? The Steelers, that would be over a 3,000 mile difference. So could that matter? I don't know. It didn't seem like it. We couldn't win the playoffs. We still traveled to go to KC and we still couldn't win. So the Pittsburgh Steelers will be traveling 6,442 miles. And the big question is, will there be an advantage for the Steelers? Now, in my opinion, I don't think it overly matters, but I think there will be there is a slight advantage. And let me put it this way. The Seattle Seahawks this year in 2022, and I say slight advantage, okay? In 2022, the Seattle Seahawks will be traveling 29,446 miles compared to the Steelers' 6,000. So both teams in the NFL, but two different teams traveling, 23,000 less or more miles. However, last year in 2021, the San Fran 49ers, who made the NFC Championship game and then got done right near the end, Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm so glad we didn't choose him. They traveled 28 miles and they made it to the NFC Championship game. So does it like with that stat, it doesn't overly matter because they traveled the most miles last year in 2021, and yet the 49ers made the NFC Championship game, right? The Pittsburgh Steelers traveled the second least, and they made the first round of the playoffs and got knocked out. So I don't think there is a massive advantage, but it depends how the teams would address it in their training, their coaching, their days off, like family time. So maybe on a personal level, it might feel like a bigger advantage. But I think when the push comes to shove, when the teams are playing each other on Sunday or Monday night or Thursday night, I don't think it overly matters because of what San Fran did last year in a small data set from last year's travel mileage to this year in 2022. San Fran went 28,000 and they made the playoffs and made it to the NFC Championship game. So will that happen this year with the Seahawks traveling the most? But there's also a lot of pressure because they're going overseas as well, right? So that's the big thing. The Pittsburgh Steelers don't go overseas. The Pittsburgh Steelers only stay in America. Thank goodness, right? I never want to see them come to Australia. I tell you, that's my own thing. If I'm going to buy tickets to go see the Steelers, it's going to be over there in Heinz Field. I don't want to go. I'm not going to go. There's no way. Okay, so the Pittsburgh Steelers only travel in 6 time zones, right? And if we look at their schedule again, well, of course we have all the home games, but away you have the 3 standard, the Ravens, the Bungles, the Browns, they're always there. Traveling to Atlanta, and then Buffalo Bills up top, Carolina, Indy, Miami in Florida, and Philadelphia in Pennsylvania. So these, we have one extra game as well. We have one extra game because of the new, it's 17-game season, so it's quite weird. So we still have one extra game away, and we have the least miles amount traveled. So what do you guys think? Is it a big topic? Does it even matter that the Pittsburgh Steelers only travel the least? Is there an advantage? And if we have that advantage, if we don't take take it on stride and use that advantage in our favor, is that a mistake? Is that another thing where some Steelers fans might call out Mike Tomlin because you have the least amount of mileage and you didn't let your players rest, you didn't let them you didn't let them get accustomed before a game or chill out before a game, because in this situation, in most games they play, they can probably fly back home or stay overnight and then they're right back home. Whereas the other teams, they're traveling like 28,000, 27,000, 26,000 miles, and some teams are going to Mexico. I think Brady and the Bucks are going to Germany, right? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's overly a big thing, but I saw the news story and I was like, that's pretty low. Surely it gives the team more time to adjust week to week to get prepared for the next game. And in my opinion, the Steelers need all the preparation they can get, because we have seen time on time before, there are some games in the Pittsburgh Steelers history we are just not ready for. And when we fly away to Eagle Stadium, the Eagles take care of us. If we look at the away side too, there's a good chance that Dolphins can take care of us, or Buffalo. So we need more preparation time to get ready for these teams. Hey guys, if you like that video and you enjoy the content, I know it was a bit of a weird one today, but I wanted to discuss it. And there's not too much going on, actually. There's not too much free agent news. We kind of have the draft is settling down now. So myself and Owen will be talking about Stephon Tuitt this coming podcast. If you're a fan of podcasts, check out the podcast coming out Monday. Also, guys, if you made it this far through this video, hit that sub. And also, we are asking for mailbag questions. I want questions in the comments below. Use this comment section to ask any Steeler question, and we'll put that in the mailbag segment of our podcast on Monday. So thanks, guys, for checking out Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate, and I'll see you later.